Hi guys, how are you doing? Happy Friday. So welcome. How has your week been? Can't believe it's Friday already. It's amazing. So come in and let me know that you joined me. And if you're watching on the replay, you are equally as welcome. So for those who are new to the group, and we have an awful lot of new members again to the group, my name is Yvonne and I'm an EFT practitioner and a personal development coach and business coach. And what I do is I help people who struggle with confidence to believe in themselves. And one of the ways I do that is through EFT. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, or is otherwise known as tapping. So when we tap on the acupressure points and the upper body. And what that does is it helps to reduce and release and regulate any emotions that are keeping us stuck or that are putting us into the fight, flight, or freeze zone. Okay, so it's a really good technique and I'm very passionate about it. Just want to make sure that I'm in the right place. So if you're around, come in and let me know that you're joining me. Come in and say hello so I can see the comments. Okay. Okay, I don't want to hear myself twice. So okay, yes, I am live. Okay, so today I thought I had a massive response to a post that I put in the other day. And I thought, sure, look, I'll come in and I will do a tapping session. So the post I put in the other day was in relation to weight loss and all the difficulties that I have with it. I've struggled with my weight my whole life. Up and down, in and out. I'm on a constant diet. And I'm also a program jumper. So I jump from program to program. Hi, Bridget. How are you doing? I jump from program to program looking for the next solution. And I am so rigid and so anytime I start a plan, I stick to it 100%. No problem. I have no problem. I actually like rules. I like structure. I like being told you can't have this, you can have that. Because it just makes the whole thing easier. And anyway, between the jigs and the reels over the last 2 years, I've really, really struggled with it. And nothing I've done has seemed to I've lost a half stone here and there. I lost 1.5 stones, actually, 1 stone and 8 pounds, after I did my tapping into weight loss 6-week program. And the reason being was because I was accountable to myself and I was working on all the emotions, all the cravings, all the things that were keeping me stuck or repeating patterns. They were actually keeping me in the present, in the now. So I wasn't self-sabotaging. I wasn't full of the critical self-talk that goes on in our heads all the time. And it was actually a personal trainer that pointed that out to me. Hi, Lorraine, how are you doing? It was a personal trainer that pointed that out to me. I wrote him a really long email explaining my frustrations and explaining what was going on for me right now. And he said, you know what? The one thing that's different about all that is the one place you had success was when you were just being yourself, doing your inner work, going about your day, exercising if you wanted to. You put no pressure on yourself. You were just doing the inner work. You were journaling, you were tapping, you were doing your meditations. And he said, you know, maybe when you're put in the position of being in a program or whatever, that your body just stresses out. It causes the stress hormone. So, and I was very appreciative about that because he didn't target me or he didn't go, well, right, let's come and work with me one-to-one and I'll sort you, which I really appreciated. So, and I am aware of how important the work that we do on ourselves, the inner work we do on ourselves, because I do it every day. I help people with it every day. And it just blew my mind the other day when I wrote that post. It just was right. I'm sitting down writing a post thinking, oh God, you know, this is how I'm feeling today. I'll just put this in and see what happens, and did not expect to get the response that I got. So thank you for all the beautiful comments and all the support. So as a thank you, I thought I would just come in and do a tapping session. Why not? Let's tap on releasing the stress or the frustration of change, working with change. So change is inevitable. Change happens in all our lives. Nothing stays the same. Nothing stays constant. Change happens on a regular basis, on a daily basis. And I suppose for me, the change is now acknowledging that I'm at that stage in my life where everything is a little bit more difficult from a weight loss point of view, and to just release the stress off myself, to take it off. And so many of you resonated with that, so I thought I'd come in and it might help you too. Okay? Excuse me for drinking, because I am talking a lot this morning. So I've just been in my weight loss group, uploading a video. So yeah, okay, so I thought we would work with change. So if you want to join me, that'd be great. And let's do some tapping. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to just close your eyes for a minute and just tune into, what does change mean for you? So I know what it means for me. So what does change mean for you? So for me right now, I'm at the beginning of this journey of my whole body is slowing down, and I can't put it under the pressure that I've put it under before. I can't expect the things that I've expected from it before. It's a new stage, and it's a lovely stage. And I'm going to embrace it rather than be cross over it or be angry over it. So, but it's change, and working with change is difficult. So we're going to tap on change today. So I want you to tune into, what is it? Where is change happening in your life? How is it showing up for you right now? And how do you feel about it? Okay, so change is not easy. Hi Angela, how are you doing? So change is not easy. Change is not easy. And working with change can be difficult. So let's just tap on that, okay? So when you think about change, where do you feel that? So I feel it in my stomach. My stomach does a somersault. I feel everything in my stomach. Because all our emotions are based, they sit in our stomach. And that for women, that's a problem area for weight. That's where we that's where we hold an awful lot of our weight, because when we release that stress hormone, it creates weight gain around your abdomen area. So it's an issue for us. So when we think about change, that's why things sit in our stomach. So when you think about that, what's the level of it? If you were to rate it from 0 to 10, 0 being nothing, 10 being massive, where would you be on that scale? So just mark that now for yourself, take a mental note of it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to tap. So if you've never tapped with me before, this is a little bit of a deeper dive. Normally I just tap off positive affirmations in this group. We will do some positive affirmations at the end, just to finish it off nicely. But right now we're going to tap on change. So I will go to negative statements. And in EFT, we have to go to the negative to call out, we have to call out the negative to get to the positive. Because if we just tell ourselves, I'm positive, I'm feeling great, even though I'm feeling crap, and your brain is going to go, no, you're not, you're full of crap, you're feeling crap, and I'm not listening to those positive affirmations. So it'll resist. So if we acknowledge how we're feeling and we call it out, then what happens is then instead of your brain resisting it, your brain is open to the possibility of change. Okay, so it's just plug in my laptop, as you can see. Just 2 seconds. Okay, disappeared there for a second. Okay, so let's start tapping. Okay, so if you've tapped with me before, you'll know what the process is. And if you haven't, just do as I do and say as I say, okay? The process is the process, and it's amazing. EFT is so powerful. So I'm going to start on the ground tap, okay? And repeat after me, either in your head or out loud. And if my words don't resonate with you, change and put in your own words, okay? So even though I know change is inevitable, and it's happening soon or right now, I accept myself and how I feel. Sometimes even just saying that can be really good. So even though change freaks me out and I'm not sure I can handle what's coming, I accept myself and all of these feelings. Staying on the karate chop, even though I'm resisting this change because I don't know what the outcome will be like, I choose to relax and try and address it now. Okay, so now we're going to move to the eyebrows. And you can tap with both hands or one hand. It's entirely up to you, right? So you tap with both to get double the effect. So starting on the eyebrow, this change. Side of the eye, This change that's coming, or that's here, whichever is more relevant for you. Under the eye. I'm feeling really resistant to it. Under the nose, and I'm not sure how to let that go. Under the mouth, I'm not great with change. Collarbones. I know I have freaked out in the past if there's a change. Under the arm, so just on your bra strap. Or if you don't wear a bra, 3 inches down from your armpit. This resistance to this change. Top of the head. I feel this resistance in my body. Back to the eyebrow. This change. Side of the eye. I'm freaking out. Under the eye. And I can feel it in so I can feel mine in my stomach. It might be somewhere else for you, so just say when you feel it. Under the nose. I can't control the outcome. Under the mouth. And that doesn't feel good. Collarbones. I'm not ready for this. Under the arm. I'm not in control of this. Top of the head. And that makes me feel, so just insert how you feel. So that makes me feel nervous. It makes me feel anxious. Eyebrow. This change. Side of the eye. And all this resistance to it. Under the eye. I feel it in my stomach. Under the nose. And it feels, so describe how it feels. How does it feel, this change? It feels like the unknown, the uncertainty. It feels a little bit scary. And it feels frustrating. Under the mouth. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I frustrated with it? I suppose because I'm afraid of change. I don't want things to change. Who wants things to change? Some things you don't want to change. So I suppose I'm afraid of it. Collarbones. I need to think this is true. Under the arm, but right now, I'm reacting emotionally. Top of the head. And I feel really, to put in the emotion that you feel. So I feel frustrated. Because I don't want it to change. Back to the eyebrow. This resistance to change. Side of the eye. I'm not sure where it comes from. Under the eye. But I can feel it in my body. Under the nose and in my heart. Under the mouth. I need to understand what will happen. Collarbones. I need to have a clear view of the outcome. And then maybe I'll feel settled. Top of the head. But for now, I still feel resistant. Back to the eyebrow. Maybe I can look at this in a different way. Side of the eye. When do I remember feeling resistant to change for the first time? So that's interesting. Think about that. So when did you feel resistance to change? When do you remember feeling resistance to change for the first time? And see what comes up. Under the eye. Just sit with that and see what comes up. Under the nose. So what is it that's triggering this resistance to the change? What's that about? So asking that question and seeing what comes up. Just trust him up. Whatever comes in is right. under the mouth. Choose to be curious about this. Let's just see what comes up. Collarbones, and accept whatever comes up for me. And trust that it's safe for it to come up right now. This is just my body trying to tell me something, and that's okay. Nothing scary about that, that's okay. Under the arm, all this resistance to change. Top of the head. I know I need to let it go. Back to the eyebrow. This remaining resistance to change. Side of the eye. What if I could be okay with change? Wonder how that feels when I say that. What's the big deal about change anyway? Under the eye. What if I could accept it? Okay. Under the nose, because it's actually a part of life. Under the chin or under the mouth. The seasons change. And I can accept that. That's acceptable. Into the arm. Day turns into night. And that's acceptable. That's totally okay. Top of the head. Back to the eyebrow. So why am I worried about this so much? Everything changes. All the different cycles of life. Under the eye. Birth, death, relationships. Under the nose. I know logically that change is natural. Under the mouth. I'm sensing that something is stuck in me. Collarbones. That somewhere in my cells I have a memory. Into the arm. I know that I have let other stuff go. No problem. Top of the head. So I can let this go too. This is okay. Back to the eyebrow. So I'm focusing on letting go of control. Side of the eye. So that I can take whatever is coming in my stride. That feels far nicer. To just breathe. And just trust that whatever's coming is okay. It's okay. I know this will keep me relaxed. Under the nose. And be able to deal with the outcome, whatever that is. Whatever that outcome may be. Collarbones. I think it's fear of the unknown. And that's okay. That makes sense. Top of the head, but I've dealt with surprises before. So have you. We've all dealt with surprises before. Eyebrow, and sometimes they turn out positive. Side of the eye. So I choose to be open to the possibility. Under the eye of something good happening. Under the nose as a result of this change. Under the mouth. And I choose to remain open. Collarbones. And have faith in my ability to respond. Under the arm. And respond in a way that serves me. Top of the head. I choose to trust myself fully. And release this resistance to change. Okay, so gently stop tapping. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Okay, and just tune in and notice how you feel now. Notice what came up. So when I work with people in my groups, what we would do at this stage is I would ask people to write down, to grab their journal, because we do an awful lot of journaling. It's all very much part of the process. It's really important for personal development. And I would suggest that they just write down what came up so that it's out of here, it comes out of here and it's down onto the page. So it's like a brain dump really. And you're getting rid of any negative thoughts but you're also getting a deeper perspective into what's happening. So why are you resistant to change? So what is that memory? What is that one time that you remember being resistant to change because maybe it was too scary, or what is that memory? Because that can influence when change comes up again. So a lot of people say to me, I'm terrified of change. And we trace back why that is, where that started. So sometimes a change happens and it's not a good thing, okay? And our brain's job is to protect us. It's not to keep us happy, it's to protect us. So what it will do is, if we find ourselves in a position where change is happening again and we're experiencing the same emotions, the same feelings, then your brain is going to trigger that memory of where change happened before. Even if you don't remember it, it will trigger, it'll go, okay, I've been here before, recognize this feeling, so I need to remind her of where this happened before so that I can keep her safe. And that's where the resistance to change comes in. But once you start once you use tools like this and you understand the processes of why things happen. So for me, to be frustrated by not losing weight, by being on constant diets and putting my body under that pressure and being in that place of, oh my God, why can I not lose weight? These tools have allowed me to look at it from a new perspective and to appreciate, to change the frustration from a place of pure frustration and anger and upset. And I've had days where I have cried my heart out with complete frustration, going, why can I not lose weight? What is wrong with me? I try so hard and it doesn't work. And I could lose weight before. Why can't I lose it now? I could lose weight before, no problem. Why can I not lose it now? Because I'm at a different stage in my life. And it's through doing that inner work and realizing, hang on a second now, lady. And as well from talking to people and asking people, doing research and figuring out what the hell is going on. But it's allowed me to go to a place where I now appreciate my body. Because now, am I done with this battle? No, absolutely not. No, but I'm looking at it from a different perspective. So instead of giving out to myself constantly, I'm now there's a massive relief actually attached to acknowledging where you are, acknowledging what's going on, and just going, okay, this is a process, this is another chapter, and that's okay. There's something really empowering about that. So there's a massive release in it. And now I've released the critic. I have just decided, right, this is where I'm going to go. This is what I'm tapping on. I have a bunch of gorgeous women who are in the same journey, and we do this work. We've been doing this work since January, actually. And we've been working really hard, and we fall off track and we get on track and we figure out what is it, what happens. So when I say track, I just mean that sometimes instead of making choices, I'm releasing the diet mentality. We've all made that decision in that group. There is no dieting, there's no scales, there's no nothing like that, right? What we do is we look at what it is. So if we get a craving, why is that? Has something happened to create that craving? 9 times out of 10, yes, something has happened. So even notice today, right? If you get a craving, or from now over the weekend, notice if you get a craving, right? Then ask yourself, okay, there's a craving, try and spot it. There's a craving, and ask yourself, did something happen to create that craving? Is there something going on for me? Did somebody say something to me? Am I upset over something? Be curious, ask yourself the question, what's going on for me to create that craving? Because what that does is, then you have a choice, right? When you ask yourself, what is the craving? What's this craving about? And if it's a stress, because a craving is a stress response. And if you understand what the stress response is too, then you have a choice. And I'm all about empowerment. So then you have a choice. You can choose to indulge in that craving. That's your choice. Or you can choose to, well, this is a craving. This is the stress response that I'm having to a situation that happened earlier. And you know what? I'm not going to give into that craving because I'm only going to feel worse after it. That's your choice. Okay, there's something empowering. And what myself and the ladies do in the group is when we notice a craving, we just tap and breathe. Tap and breathe. We tap around the points. We take a deep breath in and breathe out. One round of tapping will reduce that craving massively. So that's a tip for you. You can try that and see if it works for you. But that's the kind of stuff we work on in there. We also work on trying to release all those negative thoughts and reframe them into thoughts that serve us better, so that we're not criticizing ourselves the whole time. It's really hard work criticizing yourself the whole time. So we work really hard on releasing that and not criticizing ourselves and just honoring ourselves, honoring where we are in our journey. And, you know, whether you're trying to put on weight or whether you're trying to lose weight, the battle it's a battle. So I didn't realize until I was in my teenage years, I made the absolute awful mistake of saying to somebody, so what would you do when you're skinny? Oh my God. It was like I hit her over the head with a sledgehammer, and that was not my intention. I made an assumption. I presumed if somebody was skinny that they were happy. But what I didn't know was that for her to be called skinny was the equivalent of somebody calling me fat. It was as insulting. I had no idea, I had no concept of it, because I just presumed, I didn't know, I just presumed that to be skinny, people were happy. That's not necessarily the case. So if you are somebody who struggles to put on weight, or that lives in that self-loathing where you really dislike how your body looks, then this is the type of work that we work in. So it's a battle either way. But it's about reducing that battle and trying to find ways where you're not criticizing yourself, where you're loving and appreciating your body. So this morning, I just uploaded a video into that group where we're learning to love. It's all about loving and accepting the body, your body just as it is. And Bridget Jones comes to my mind when I say that, because Mark Darcy loved her just the way she was. So when I was writing that script, I was thinking about that. So yeah, mad, I don't know. Anyway, I was watching that last weekend. So yeah, that's probably where that came from. But it was just a nice reminder, just as she is, just as you are. Okay. So that's tapping for change. So I hope that helps. I hope that if anybody is struggling with change right now, I hope that helps. If you're watching in the replay, please come in and let me know. What I would love to do now is just tap in some nice positive affirmations to finish that off, and just to see how we feel. Okay. So tapping is really, really fantastic too. And it's so good at helping you to just regulate your emotions. Our emotions can just control us sometimes, and it's just so frustrating. But anyway, so we'll tap in some nice affirmations now. And see how we get on. Okay. So thanks so much, Yvonne. It was lovely. Well, you are very welcome, Lorraine. No problem at all. Where's my positive affirmations? I had them all up and now they're all gone. Anyway, bear with me. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to tap in some affirmations. So we're going to start on the eyebrows. Okay. And repeat after me, either in your head or out loud. I am happy and free because I am me. Side of the eye. I am happy and healthy. Under the eye. I am happy with my age because it's an honor. I am enough for this moment. I am in the right place. Under the mouth. I am happy with my own accomplishments and with the blessings I've been given. Collarbones. I am healthy and energized. Under the air. I am healthy and full of confidence. Top of the head. I am healthy, I am beautiful, and I am wise. Back to the eyebrows. I am healthy, whole, and complete. Side of the eye. I am at home in my body. Under the eye. I am humble. I kindly ask for help and guidance if I cannot see a better way. Under the mouth or under the nose, I am important. Under the mouth, and I am in charge of how I feel. I choose happiness. Under the arm, I am in charge. I now take my own power back. Top of the head, I am in harmony with myself and with nature. Gently stop tapping. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And just allow the tapping to dissolve, to reduce and release anything that no longer serves you. I want you to think about the affirmation that resonated with you the most as we were going around with those. And why not take that as your mantra for the day? Okay. So I hope that helped. Please come in and let me know what affirmation resonated with you the most, if you're watching on the replay or if you're watching live now, and put it in the comments and let me know. So take that as your mantra for the day. Okay, thank you for joining me. It's lovely to be here, and I hope you got something out of it. So if you want to join any of my groups, the links are there. And if you struggle with weight loss issues, then my group, I was in bits. This really helps. Bridget. Good. I'm glad it helps. You're making me emotional. I'm so glad. Good. It's unbelievable. It's a superpower. Like, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. That's why I'm so passionate about it. Good. I'm so glad. Anyway, if anybody wants to join my groups and come in and do more tapping, you would be more than welcome. And if you struggle with weight loss, whether it's putting it on or putting it off, whatever, that's the type of work. And the type of work we do, we don't focus on weight loss. We just focus on where do cravings come from? How can we love and accept our bodies so much more than we do at the minute? And how can we release that negative self-talk? Okay, so we work really hard at it. It's a beautiful group of like-minded women who are just so supportive to each other. And it's amazing. I'm in the same boat as you, Mrs. Okay. That's okay. Well, sure. We're all in it together, girl. Okay, so that's good. It's good. I'm really glad now I came in. So that's good. I'm glad you got that. Okay, so have a fantabulous week, ladies. Have a fantabulous weekend. My parents are coming up this weekend, which I'm really excited about. So I have to go away now and do a massive clean up. I haven't seen them since Christmas, so I'm really looking forward to it. So whatever you're doing this weekend, I hope it's amazing. Be kind to yourself. Okay, switch off that critic. There's no need. Okay, so you can't criticize yourself thin, or you can't criticize yourself to love yourself more. So just be kind to yourself. Criticism does not serve you. Okay. Hi, Yvonne. Cool. Okay, no problem, Tracy. Okay, right. Okay, ladies, I am off. Enjoy your weekend. I will. I'm off. I will see you all soon. Bye for now. Mwah.